Hi Vogue, it's Harris Reed, and today I'll be walking you through my making of my Met Gala dress. Really, how it all started is with a phone call from Anna Wintour and her amazing team, inviting me to my first ever Met Gala with the support of Dolce & Gabbana's Atelier to create my biggest, most fluid vision. I went straight into researching Pinterest books, everything that could bring the inspiration before we started the sketching process. The images that really stood out to me were a lot of these images of 18th century cages, a lot of costume that was really about grandeur and taking up a space in the way of I deserve to be here and I own it. It kind of trickled in from one intern passing me amazing like 1920s showgirl references, Fellini films. We had someone passing me something that was from old Jean-Paul Gaultier, dress from the runway. Someone passed me something that was literally a cage that was built for a chicken coop that some art student put together. So it's like kind of a running theme of grandeur and this kind of larger than life idea. And all those things I think were inspired by, you know, queer and like kind of individuals from different backgrounds and like how they kind of brought their individuality to the forefront. When Anna invited me to the Met, I was like, oh my goodness, my biggest dream would literally to be able to dress the one and only Iman. Hello.
Hi, oh my God, look at you. You're looking gorgeous.
It honestly clicked late for me that, great, I have this, my date of my dreams, but she has to also love what I just did. Really, it was just jumping on a call with her, sketch in hand, and just kind of nothing more than a little dream and a little piece of paper.
Yeah.
The idea was it would be more of like a jacquard jumpsuit that could either have flared trousers or maybe more A-line trousers.
Yes.
So it's actually quite chic and quite simple. So I was thinking it would
like
be
a bustier?
like a bustier, and then the thing on top of it, which is the drama, would basically be a like really lightweight, it's kind of like a crinoline cage that would have the exact same effect. It's almost like this.
Yeah.
It would just be lined in the same feathers with gold leaf on top and could get compacted down, and then you step into it and it just ribbon ties on the waist.
And so is that how I get out of it to sit down at dinner?
It was really when I kind of closed the laptop that I realized, okay, we have 25 days to make 3 feathered headpieces, a full cage, fully feathered, fully gold-leafed, a pair of flares, a corset, and a bustier. Awesome! I think it's going to that almost 6 rings of like, I mean, that's a Met look.
Yeah.
That is a Met look. To be able to have the support of Dolce & Gabbana's Atelier is kind of incredible. I was able to have access to fabric that I would dream of using. So that was the next stage, which was a lot of us staring, figuring it out, and seeing what actually was gonna look the best. And it's a make or break situation. If it's the wrong fabric, the outfit is destroyed. It came down to what is gonna create these rays, if you will, that you'll see on the sketch. And for me, it was feathers. And I had this vision of it being these really intense rays. I wanted her to look like a beam of light. We had to try so many different kinds of feathers, you know, to really get the right texture. And we found kind of a local supplier in London who had the exact amount of stock already existing that could do a treatment to them that would then allow us to do the gold leafing, the gold applique, and the gold fan brushing technique that we did. The first thing we started with were the trousers, and I wanted to get the flare just right for Iman. I think we can go even bigger with the kick of the flare and take out at least, what is that, 1 cm from the knee?
Yeah.
She needs to look grand and gorgeous. We are really focusing on doing trousers, bustier, cage, and hat is the order we are going in completion.
We're just attaching the gold leaf to the tacky glue. And what we're doing is we're doing it quite densely at the top, so it's like as it goes down, it like comes out as the feathers like become less dense, so it like matches the drape of the feather. But as you can see, we've got some stored under the table as well, ready to go.
We have to hand sew each of the layers of the feathers onto the crinoline. There's 5 hoops in total. The bottom hoop is the biggest one, it's 5.5 metres. So far it's taken us, I'd say, a day and a bit to do the first 3. I mean, we're still not done yet, so I think it could take another few days.
Last time you guys saw us, we were standing here with the toile before this one. We had to raise the height of the top. We've had to like mess around with the zipper placement, switch around the seams in the crotch, and then really add a fabulous kick. So actually we did quite a lot to get now to basically the final pair. We're not going to hem them up any further as we will wait till our first fitting with them on in New York City. And these are now basically my children. Anytime they're out of my sight, I feel uncomfortable. I dream of gilded gold brocade at this point. Right now I'm in Iman's hat as it is at the moment. We were gonna do 3 rings. So this is 2, but you can already see with just 2 rings how massive the headpiece is. So we basically would be aiming to do 1, 2, 3 more to really get the volume we're after. I am a bit worried by how much this kind of falls forward and really keeping it back and much more like raised than feathers. I just feel like if there's any time to go big or go home, it's right now. And I think this piece just needs to be triple the size.
You know what as well.
Oh my god. It's actually gonna work. So obviously imagine this 3 times as big. Pretty epic.
Yeah.
We have about 3 to 4 days until the outfit needs to be fully ready to be shipped to New York City ahead of our fitting and ahead of the gala. So I'm nervous, but I have faith and we will not be sleeping for these next 3 days to get it done.
And then that is done.
Done.
Label
in.
And
That's
ready,
done.
ready to go.
Harris is on a plane right now, but the Met Gala looks are about to be picked up. So we've all been working on creative solutions to get some very, very big pieces to New York. Even when we started talking about the Met, my big stress was how we're going to get it there. We're working with really beautiful, delicate pieces, and we've ended up putting them in tape. So the length from here to over there is 2.5 meters. I think we're going to struggle with the corridor. Bye! Travel safe! Please!
So we're now in New York City. We are in the Dolce & Gabbana flagship store in the private VIP dressing room. Iman's coming in, and for the first time ever, I'm gonna show her her Met Gala gown. If they don't fit her, we're gonna pull a full-blown Project Runway, and I will be pulling up a sewing machine here and sewing until the night of the Met. It's so nice to meet you.
I can't wait. I'm too excited.
Are you ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my God, that's great. It's gonna be gorgeous.
I think.
Oh my God, and what are you wearing?
I'm gonna go in sweatpants and a t-shirt. No, I'm wearing a smaller version of the headpiece,
Yeah.
and then I'm wearing like kind of a white tux jacket that trains down. But we couldn't fit everything in this room because of how big the dress was.
Yeah, no, it needs its own dress.
It needs its own space.
I mean, like, it's divine. It's beyond what I thought. I mean, the illustration doesn't do it justice. Oh, it's too tight.
Too tight? So update, we are currently fitting the trousers, and as we said, this is the first fitting ever of Iman trying it on, so we're just making sure that the trousers work. We're messing around with some of the seams just to make that they really have that amazing support. And we're like moments away from trying on the bustier, but we are still in the private moments, so get ready, it's gonna look amazing. Also, let me know if we're going too tight.
No, never too tight. I definitely didn't want anything on my neck.
No.
It's the only night I'm going to be taking my David Bowie's necklace out.
Aww.
This was made for me when David passed away. Hedy Slimane made it for me. And I've been wearing it since.
It's so beautiful. I saw
So,
it
but it's,
when you
yeah,
came
it's
in.
going to, this is the only time it will stay home.
All right.
Well, there I am.
Here she is.
How do I look? Now this is not a joke.
And we'll try. This is the dinner one, which hopefully should be extremely comfortable. Well, that's the fitting
a
today.
wrap.
The skirt is a surprise.
Yeah, that's a surprise.
Bye, everyone. See you on the red carpet. I'm for the first time in my life bleaching my brows, which is something I've always wanted to do and never did it. And then today I was like, let's just do it. And then just snatched elegance, so I look just as statuesque as Iman. Doing an outfit of this magnitude, a dress like this, without doing any previous fittings, I knew we were gonna have to do some tweaking. I just didn't know maybe how much tweaking we were gonna literally have to end up doing. I think it's been about 400 hours in total of making the skirt from the start in London to the finish here. Oh my God, you guys are seeing it before I am. I hope it looks good.
Really, it looks good.
The fittings have not really been a challenge. It's the head piece. Well, we always forget the Met Gala is not a step and repeat. It's you're going up the steps. I've been on the runway enough time. You don't want to be looking down when you're walking up. So that's going to be a challenge. It's going to bring all my 40-something years of career. Is the test is tonight. The earrings were designed by Rebecca Silva at Fred Leighton, and specifically for this outfit. Now I'm ready.
Oh my God.
No, I've never done this before. Changing the streets.
Harris, Iman, good luck, babies!